Brisk, bright belts bounce bauxite bundles, bustling between towering trees, binding bauxite before bringing it to the buzzing processing bay. Translation: the belts are wave-belted through the forest and to the awaiting train station. But that's not all it's
Hey, hey,
You see
hey.
a similar miner building, except the output is put through a loop before beginning its journey. Just look at that wave belting across the Bean Lake. With two of the items down, we look to the last one, which is right next to the station. Here, nitrogen bubbles to the surface and is captured by a well pressurizer. Only 2 extractors are needed to capture the correct amount of nitrogen. Now that all 3 items are gathered up for the next few steps, let's continue with the automated process. But first, roll that beautiful beam footage. Once the train arrives, it is immediately offloaded. Here you can see the quartz and bauxite exiting the station. Let's follow the bauxite first and get to the quartz and nitrogen as they come into play. The bauxite goes through a rigorous belting designed to keep any foreign particulate from accumulating. The bauxite belt enters the facility and is injected directly into 4 refinery buildings for processing. Some water is needed, so a local pond is utilized. There is no swimming here as there are no lifeguards on duty. The refinery's main export is alumina solution, a milky white liquid that can also be used as paint. A byproduct from the bauxite processing just happens to be 99.999% pure silica powder, something used later on. The alumina solution is stored in an industrial buffer to ensure an adequate flow even during a power outage. From there, the alumina solution flows to the next pair of refineries. But something is needed to filter the water out of the solution. For that, we need more coal. It's like someone thought coal was the same as activated carbon. Here, another miner building tapping into yet another coal seam. The coal is quickly routed to a truck station awaiting the delivery vehicle. Factory carts line up eager to receive a single bundle each. Any more, and the carts wouldn't be able to move. Along the way, some of the carts are lost as they slide down the hill into the abyss, but that's where their numbers come in. For the ones that make it, the next truck station offloads their cargo and sends it on its way to meet up with the alumina solution. Now that we have our coal, the coal is injected along with the alumina solution inside of 2 refineries. There, the refineries use the coal to filter the solid particles out of the solution, leaving us with 2 more items: water and aluminum scrap. As you
No,
can
no.
see, the water is rerouted back to the original refineries and is recycled into the process. The aluminum scrap comes out in little buckets already prepped for transportation. Before we catch up to those quick-moving buckets, it is time to check in on the quartz brought in by the train. Here, a series of constructors pulverize the quartz into an extra-fine powder of pure silica. The silica bags come out of the machines already bagged up and ready to go. Next up, you see the silica meets up with the aluminum scrap and is thrust into more foundries. The foundries only have one job, and they are very good at it: changing the state of anything from solid to liquid, combining any material. In this instance, the combined item is pure aluminum ingots. Just look at them shine. No oxide layer here, folks. The aluminum ingots are combined just beneath the platform in an attempt to save space. Fix-it employees must be efficient. In the back corner, a cave is utilized to transport the aluminum ingots to the next stage. It is quite the extensive cave, and they have lined it with concrete, but it also allows the ingots time to properly cool down. The lights also keep the very dangerous cave dwellers at bay.
Uh,
Note: after the ingots leave the cave, the wave belts gently wake them up and roll them into a small constructor station for final processing. With even different stamps than the steel stage, the ingots are exit the machines shining in the sunlight. Another suspension bridge is used to support the aluminum casings as they make their way across the small valley. After the bridge, the rock was hollowed out to allow the belt to maintain its levelness. Here, The aluminum casings meet up with the nitrogen from the train station in the heavy modular frames from the first part of the video. Here we go folks, the final stage. During the building process, these pioneers also made sure to build proper supports for the two belts and pipe while also allowing the native species access to move under them freely. Once across, the two items and gas are elevated to a higher plane to begin processing. The items are split and divided evenly between each blender from under the platform. Inside the buildings, the items are stirred until completely dissolved as per the Fix-It instruction manual, which I am sure you all have read. This process takes about 40 seconds each. Once complete, the items are dried and ejected out of the back of the blender and onto a series of belts. The ultraviolet light from the intense stars aid in curing the fused modular frames as they are wave belted away. Here, the wave belt takes the items to a drone station for immediate delivery once the cargo is full. From there, the drone delivers the fused modular frames to wherever they are needed throughout the world in crafting other more advanced items or advanced buildings. And that is how fused modular frames are automated.
I saw it. What is that?